unforgettable Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight, a good battle in the black and blue NFC North. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears.
We welcome you, Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, and that's Cairo Santos to get us started. Bundle up. We're underway on a cold night in Chicago. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I've got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Catch is made by Romeo Dobbs. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. First down, Packers.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend. So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Love quickly out to Watson. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
Packers, first down. 1st and goal.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
That one, taken in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, Green Bay. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Bears nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Now return coming from the 7, and he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. So here come the Bears and their quarterback for the second straight year. #1 pick in the 2024 draft, it's Caleb Williams.
I always like studying quarterbacks in year 2. I think rookie year, there can either be a lot of growth, right? There's the biggest ability to take that jump, but there's also some struggles you have to work through. In year 2, a full offseason, really understanding the playbook. Things have kind of slowed down for you. I feel like year 2 is a really good indicator of what long-term success looks like for any young quarterback.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Holston Loveland was the intended receiver. And 3rd down coming up. They'll put Loveland in motion. On 3rd down, it's Williams. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. They get 16 on that connection. 1st down, Chicago.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Give up the middle with Swift. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
In motion, it's Odunze. On 3rd down, it's Williams from the gun. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
On 4th down, here's Tory Taylor to punt for Chicago. That one hits at the 10. No one there to stop it, though. Bounds into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The Packers offense ready to possess the football for the second time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. Love to throw. This one is caught by Reed. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on 2nd down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Gervon Dexter there on the tackle.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 8. Now Love. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
And they'll get this one down to the 35-yard line. It is a big-time play for the Packers. And even 30 yards.
A gain of 30. First down, Packers.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. With good blocking leading the way, he's got the first down inside the 25.
7-yard gain. That's another Packers first down. A gain of
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. That'll be caught. It's Josh Jacobs. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
A pass taken in by Watson. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Now Love. They're called in at the 2. And he's in. Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers.
Tell you what, this offense has come out and they have completely dominated here in the early going, Mike. I mean, this has just been methodical, sustained, back-to-back drives right down the field. And then to finish in the red zone, man, you just can't draw it up any better than that.
Now it's McManus for the point after. It's up and good. And the Packers will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Bears offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They're in an early hole, 14-0. Gotta start digging out soon. Begin this drive, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Xavier McKinney, the one who brings him down.
2 yards on.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. We are through 1. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the 2nd quarter. 2nd down, 8 yards to go as we are ready to get back underway. Off play action. Here's Williams. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. First time he's caught a ball here tonight, and it is good for a 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
He takes off, and he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's a give to Swift. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and That's certainly not how any...
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Here's Tory Taylor now, as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line. Here's Christian Watson and the rest of the Packer offense heading back onto the field. Their lead sits at 14-0 here in this second quarter, looking to run away with this one before halftime. On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's going to have a Packers first down as he'll take it forward to the 27.
That's good for a Packers first down. It's a gain of 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold them to no gain.
A second down throw for Love. This one is caught by Luke Musgrave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Packers.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
That complete to Jacobs. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Second and 1.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 41, it's second and 1. On play action, Love. That's caught right side. It's the tight end Musgrave. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game. Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized there was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
They'll try again here, second and 10. Here's Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. That is brought in at the 10. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
That's good for the Packers. First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
protection than that, especially on third down. Clean pocket, tons of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. And at this level, if you give quarterbacks that amount of time, chances are they're going to find somebody downfield.
And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still
to the goal line and in. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A 3rd touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
McManus on for the point after. The kick is good. And the Packers will take themselves to a 21-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. Yeah! And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. Williams going to keep it on the zone read.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. A play fake, and they'll throw. One of his teammates is there to pick it up. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Williams. On the move left. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on 3rd and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative, playing for the 4th down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up 4th and a mile.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Off off the play fake. Here's Love. There's that man again. Another catch. That catch puts him over 100 yards for the game, and we still have another half to go. That catch picks up the first down.
First down. A gain of 16 yards. First down, Green Bay.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
And he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
That's caught! And he will score! Jaden Reed, touchdown Packers. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Now it's McManus for the point after. He knocks it through. And the Packers are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. Bears offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now.
There's no rest to my shutting down. Whenever I get your money up, believe what I got, put money down. I'm betting the odds on all of us. I do it for all of my people now.
This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Throwing on second down. Williams. And unable to connect there. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to DJ Moore. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Really nice coverage here on third down. They took away all of the outlets the quarterback had. Really left them with no opportunity other than to just throw that ball away. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Here's their punter now. He's on to punt it for the 4th time tonight. And this is going to pin them back. It's out of bounds inside the 10.
At their own 7-yard
Now, after that last play, we have an injured Bear on the field. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff Going to get a chance to look him over during the break. On first down, it's Love. That's to Reed. He's got it. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Tyler Gordon there to make the tackle.
30-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and
8. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
I wouldn't be surprised if some point here in the future, Mike, his quarterback drops back. It looks like the same old hitch route underneath, and they give a pump fake and go. You can lull a defense to sleep with a lot of these underneath quick game passes, and once you do, you can try to go for the big one.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Triple zeros up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They are in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They will run it over center with Swift. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
He's brought down at the 31. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and
8. From the 31, here is second and 8. They'll go again with Swift. And to pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That's to the rookie out of Missouri, Luther Burden. Give him 14 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And a Bears
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll run. It's Swift. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's a gain of 16. This offense is humming. A first down.
Mike, the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Brings up second and 9 at the Packers' 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second down and 9. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's third down. Got his man at the 6, and he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. And now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Now Cairo Santos to add the point after. He gets it to go, and the Bears are able to edge a bit closer. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9 at the 25-yard line.
The man in motion is Watson. Running is Jacobs.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he slits through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
Now a 3rd and 2. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's taken in, and he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Bears offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A play fake. Now Williams. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Packers have it. And so much for a nice game through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
The Packers offense getting set to get back to work. We'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one.
Play is under review.
At issue was the knee or any other body part except the hand down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. So from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 13 yards. 1st down, Chicago.
Well, after not having much success in the first half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
They'll go play action here with Williams. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield. Carl Brooks gets him for a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Williams. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
They're sending out their punt team, as he'll come on to kick for the 5th time here tonight. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully, and that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. Now, Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Sometimes there's just nowhere to go, right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something out of nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing out of nothing.
2nd and 10. Love to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Throwing is Love. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
And he'll be forced out of bounds, just a couple of yards short of a 1st down. That's a pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1. Look for play action with Love. Toward the middle, that one caught by Watson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. So, 3 quarters now in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Jacob will get it to start in the 4th quarter. And a good show of force there. He gets 4 tough yards out of that one.
45-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Ball placed at the 45 for 2nd and 5. Love. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender fighting his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Packers set to kick this one away. They'll punt for the second time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Bears offense make their way out. Take over once more. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. Here's Williams now to throw. That's over the middle and taken by Loveland. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That one good for a dozen. And a very quick first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, first and 10 here now at the 38. From the shotgun, it's Williams. This one is caught right side by Zacchaeus. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Bears first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That's 13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
38-yard line.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
This passing attack is proving to be a lot to handle for this defense, Mike, especially over the last couple plays. 4 plays, 4 passes, 4 first downs. It doesn't get much more efficient than that. And let's give credit to the offensive coordinator. Don't try to fix it if it ain't broken.
And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On first down, it's Swift. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
The pressure will get to him. He goes down. There is a flag down in the backfield, and usually the spot that tells us hold.
Still second down.
On second down, it's Williams. That's to the tight end, Loveland. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
That is hauled in at the 5. He'll be stopped here short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. The offense is out there. 4th and inches. Oh, the hard count looked like they cut somebody to jump.
Encroachment.
If they did, they pick up the first down.
Automatic first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Swift will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
On is Santos for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears are able to cut into the deficit.
Makes the score Packers 28, Bears 14.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Love quickly out to Watson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 4. Here's Love to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a 1st down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Oh, a loose football. The Bears have it. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, and across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. That'll be caught. And he's not going to get in. The decision to go for 2 doesn't pay off, unable to cut any further into the deficit.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. On play action, Love. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That catch puts him over the 100-yard mark here tonight, and it gives the team a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Up the middle with Jacobs. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now, fair catch. He'll take it at about the 24-yard line. So out comes the Chicago offense as they get set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll put Loveland in motion. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's going to be taken down to 37. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, they'll come up now for 2nd down. So now they'll pitch it out here. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
What will they do on this play? 3rd down, needing 8. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
I had to take a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrington Valentine.
And this is what comes when you decide to attack outside the numbers. You have to have a quarterback that's A, willing to make tough throws, and B, the arm strength to do it. He has the arm. I just think that one was a little too reckless, and they end up with a big interception.
The Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out, but 1 first down will essentially end the game. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. They'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. That's a second charge timeout to Chicago. And it comes with 1:15 left to go in the 2nd half. Second down and 3. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down. The Bears go ahead, take their 3rd and final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. So it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They proved much the best in this one. Get a solid performance in all 3 phases of the game. Ride back to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Chicago.